Look at this. There are 4,152 subscribers in my trading group, and we're killing it. I got a few shout outs to give on my trading group. This person stated, signed up for VIP Elite, took your suggestion. I doubled my money in less than a week. This person, I'm up $58,000 in 10 days. Chris, thanks a lot for everything. I'm 3 or 4 months in the group. I've turned $4,000 into 65 grand. 65 G's out of 4,000. It's more than 10x. He more than 10x'd his money in the group. This person, I'm up $10,000 in the last week. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Tezos up 72%. You can see here's the setup posted. Here's 52% out of link. Again, bought the breakout down here. Here's the setup. Here's Ethereum, 57% gains out of Ethereum. Here's the setup. Bitcoin Cash broke out 60% gains over time. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where we talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump in this video, I want to ask you guys, smash a like button for me. If you came into cryptocurrency to make life-changing money and you haven't quite hit your goal yet, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep you updated daily on the news that moves the markets, Bitcoin technical analysis, altcoin setups, and ideas. Jumping right into the market today in crypto, Bitcoin breaking higher. So this is a long-term uptrend. Remember, the key trend line, this lower trend line, you have to be bullish as long as Bitcoin is above there. And now you have to assume that the price action continues in the pattern until it doesn't. You know, the bulls need a higher high up here. Okay, so now we have this little bull flag, bull pennant type pattern. Bitcoin did break out, a couple $100 move to the upside, so that's good for the bulls. You had this bullish cross in the stochastic was kind of a good indicator where you had a sell signal and it flipped to a buy signal earlier after yesterday's daily close. This is Bitcoin 4-hour chart, and I added this trend line just to see how the price action reacted to it. But you see, you have this triangle type bullish pennant that finally formed on the price action for Bitcoin 4-hour chart. So the cloud was acting as support. Previously we had this bullish MACD cross. The price action, and it's real good. You can always use this idea. When you see these falling wedges on the RSI, when they start to break higher, a lot of times they'll move before the price action does. So this is a good leading indicator for Bitcoin. The stochastic was headed higher, bullish cross as well. I got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person, he joined the group and he was on his iPad. He was trading for 8 weeks straight. He was up $20,000 in 2 months. He turned 25,000 into 45,000. Again, now, so he went from an iPad to a trading station with 3 monitors. Quite the setup. Listen, if you want to take this serious, you want to take it to the next level, join the trading group. I'm going to help you learn how this market really works. This person, 170% short on XRP. This person broke a new record, 480% gains, quick 4.8x. This person said all at once, boom, 200% profits, 138% profits, 158% profits, 154% profits. Life-changing money starts here. If you want to join the trading group, go to my website, cryptorev.net, for all the information. If you previously emailed me, the wallet addresses that I sent you have been updated. So again, before you send crypto payments, go to cryptorev.net for the correct new updated deposit addresses. Let's make some money. China's economy is the envy of the world, this article stated. And I'm like, ironic? Is there any conspiracy theories behind this with the whole panic situation playing out. So China's economy expanded by 4.9% in the third quarter compared to last year. So obviously you can make your own assumptions as far as that goes. I think it's really important to understand that the potential stimulus package will have a huge effect on the price of Bitcoin as well as traditional markets. And so I watched Nancy Pelosi speaking on TV, and she basically stated that she seemed optimistic about getting this deal done. She put a date on it though, Tuesday. Essentially tomorrow, everything has to be finalized if they want to get this done before the election. Election is going to be on November the 3rd. So she says this has to happen on Tuesday. So she really basically stated a lot of it has to do with language, the language and terminology used, funding, other details. And so they seem like they're closer. Stellar Lumens CEO attends the IMF conference with Mastercard and the United States Federal Reserve. So Mastercard wants a piece of the action. Stellar CEO is there as well. So Jerome Powell, the chairman of the United States Federal Reserve, was there. And so somebody in the trading group was talking about how the IMF specifically mentioned Stellar Lumens at least 7 times this morning while she was listening to the live stream of the event. So again, big news for Stellar Lumens. Sasha Ivanov, who is the CEO of Waves, came out and said what the first stage of Wave Swap is finally launching. Yield farming is coming to Waves and nothing can stop it. That's big news for Waves right there. Binance Jersey shuts operations down after 2 years after launch. And so, there were some issues with the England trading derivatives. Binance Jersey was kind of a fiat onboarding idea for England. And so possibly that's connected. Jerome Powell finally came out in this article that I found, and it said Jerome Powell said the Fed has made no call on digital currency. He basically stated it's more important for the United States to get it right than to be first. And I would definitely agree with that reasoning. I mean, yeah, this is a big deal. It's a big step. But I think that compared to a story we talked about a couple days ago, where the euro potentially they were looking at the euro being digitized in the next 10 years. I think the United States is going to make it happen faster than that. There's a new ticket claim for INJ. This is a token sale that's happening on Binance. And so if you did take part in the staking of BNB to get these raffle tickets and you're able to pick up these INJ tokens, typically they have a lot of upside. Ledger came out, and so there's a ton of FUD about OKX. And over the weekend, I was talking to the group about how it's definitely a sign of strength for Bitcoin. Just think about all the FUD. You got OKX, people can't withdraw from that exchange. You had Kucoin hack. You had a lot of uncertainty about the next wave of panic situation. You've got, the BitMEX, everybody's getting arrested, higher ups and whatnot. And with all this, you have to understand that Bitcoin in 2017, this stuff came out back to back to back like this. Bitcoin's dumping 1,000 points, $1,000. Okay, and so that's a good sign of strength on a fundamental level for Bitcoin. There's a new Atari Token. Have you guys seen this? There's an Atari Token. So much more than video games. They say they're building the token that's going to power the interactive entertainment industry. So maybe one to watch. This is an ICO pre-sales live right now on Bitcoin.com. Again, those are very high risk. I don't necessarily get involved in those, but some people do. The miners revenue for Bitcoin has been drastically dropping quickly because the difficulty level was increased tremendously. And so now miners revenue, because it's so low, you'll see higher fees for the Bitcoin network. Earlier today, posted this in Trading Group, and I really want to focus on this with you guys. A lot of people would say, and this is an interesting idea that I heard recently, and they said, hey, you need to focus on CME Bitcoin futures through the week as far as the chart goes. And on the weekends, when obviously CME is not open, look at Bitcoin spot. In this situation, it played out. There's 2 still small CME gaps. Don't get stuck on these CME gaps. Like there's a ton of CME gaps right now below the price action. These are on the hourly time frame. I don't even know if they're even relevant. Like you're talking like daily CME gaps when you think about really relevant CME gaps that get filled generally. Okay, so I think that having a trading strategy that's solely based on these CME gaps would be flawed, and you really need to pay attention to what the price action is doing. However, this was clearly a bull flag, clear bull flag. Okay, so looking for a breakout. Obviously, bull flags break higher. It's an uptrend. It's a continuation pattern, and Bitcoin did. It broke out, ran up to about on this 11,900 target. Now we just want to see where does this retrace happen? Where do we get a retest at? Do we see continuation to the upside? And so one thing I would say is, if this rising channel is valid, and it is, there's plenty of touches. And I've talked to you guys about this idea where you see this parabolic price rise for Bitcoin, you know, and is that what we're seeing here playing out? Because these rising wedges are typically bearish patterns, when they do break higher, you get parabolic price rises. Okay, so that's one thing just to kind of consider here. I might show you about what Bitcoin dominance is doing as well, where maybe the altcoins don't perform very well because Bitcoin steals the show. Remember, on multiple occasions down here, I made a video and I said, hey, if this bounces, altcoins are going to get hit about 20%, and they did, potentially more. DeFi tokens for sure. And then I made another video and I said, hey, altcoins are going to continue to get wrecked if this continues higher. Now, here we are. If this continues higher, altcoins will take losses. All BTC pairs do not fare well when Bitcoin is pumping and Bitcoin dominance is moving higher as well. Make note of this idea. Now, down here, you do have some possible bearish divergence on the histogram. You also have bearish divergence possible on the stochastic RSI, and a bearish cross on the stochastic as well. So, I mean, do we get some type of retrace? And is this a retest and a move higher? Bitcoin longs versus short. Everybody has been long on Bitcoin, and you kind of have to be at this point. You know, are there going to be bumps in the road? Of course. Are there going to be pullbacks? Yes. But over time, unless this, like we talked about again, and unless this trend line breaks, you have to assume that Bitcoin continues in this pattern. You know, potentially after 12,000, we see 14,000. Could we come back down here and test the trend line course? But the bias right now is bullish for Bitcoin. Traditional markets kind of flat right now, not a whole lot going on. The dollar took a big hit, and this obviously good for gold, good for Bitcoin, typically good for stocks, but you know, essentially stocks aren't really doing much right down here. The dollar is kind of flagging, bear flag. Okay, dollar's oversold, expected to see some type of oversold bounce, and again, this correlated to the price of gold and Bitcoin is important to watch. A lot of people ask me, you know, Chris, when you go to bed at night, do you store your money in stable coins? Do you, like, if you're not familiar with stable coins are, they're essentially kind of like using fiat currency where you can move your holdings to stable coins, and if Bitcoin dumps or pumps, I mean, you're not gonna make money on the move, but you're not gonna lose money on the move. So they're a safe haven that people use in cryptocurrency. There's, you know, Tether obviously is the largest, most vetted stablecoin. It's the largest by market cap. Most people use that. I use a lot of Tether, but it's important to know that there's a lot of different options. Tether is completely centralized. If you got your Tether stolen or hacked in a Kucoin hack, Tether could freeze your funds. Gemini dollar, GUSD, Paxos dollar, or other stable coins that people talk about. There's a multitude of different stable coins out there. You know, you want to use one that's vetted enough to where it can hold its peg to the dollar. And, you know, there's times where if you don't know what to do in this market, what this market's going to do next, you know, sometimes it's safer just to, you know, sit in one of these stable coins. There's a new one out. It's called Cash Gold. It's among the most popular. So and it's backed by gold. And so a lot of people flock to these because, hey, it's backed by gold versus backed. I mean, Tether is supposedly backed by a dollar. A lot of these are supposedly backed by fiat or baskets of fiat, but Cash Gold is backed by 1 gram of pure gold held in the vaults stored around the world. So when you send a cash token, it's equivalent of sending 1 gram of gold per token, since they can easily be redeemed for physical gold at any time. So a lot of people like this. There's also Tether has Tether Gold, and Pax has Pax Gold, which operate in the same similar way. Possibly something to look into if you want your stablecoins to be backed by gold. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.